The Emas7 PHEV. Initially, I thought, wow, all they did was just change the light bar in the front and make a small modification to the bumper and completely change the presentation and the looks, aesthetics of the Emas7. Now, I was wrong, because this Emas7 PHEV is not just an Emas7 with an additional engine. In fact, the external dimension of the car is completely different. The car is wider, the car is longer, and even the wheelbase of the vehicle is longer as well. Of course, it sits taller a little bit as well. It doesn't share a single panel with the Emas7. And I have to say, it does look very, very different from the EV version of the car. Let's check out the interior. What we have here is the Premium Plus, 125,800 with a 4,000 ringgit rebate. Yeah, otherwise it would be 129,800. For those of you complaining about a more traditional door handle, the reason is because China has made it compulsory to change it to non-hidden door handle from 2027 onwards. Now, I can't really remember how the Emas7 on the interior looks like, but I can remember the center console. It's very, very similar. Now, due to my accident, I'm not going to use my left arm to whack the center console because my wrist still hurt. I'm going to use my leg. Look at this. Look at this standard of build quality, man. Solid. Solid to the bone, man. This is a beautiful interior. 3 years ago, this would have been a 200,000 ringgit interior. Today, you can have it for 105,000 to 125,000 ringgit. The steering wheel is very well done, I have to say. They've made this smaller, if I'm not mistaken, a lot less gaudy, if my memory serves me right. Stitched and two-layered, very beautiful. You have your instrument cluster. The resolution is very, very good. You have a wireless charger. You have similarly a cup holder. Still as small as ever. I think I remember people complain about the size of the cup holder. It's still the same here. Aircon vents, exactly the same layout if I'm not mistaken. But do tell me, for Emas7 EV owners, where are the differences? Most importantly, you have 3 driving modes right here. The pure EV mode, that allows you to drive up to 150 km of pure EV, running it like an EV. You have a hybrid. Now, this is basically the automatic mode. This allows the car to intelligently decide for you when you need what. So most of the time, if you keep the car charged, it will be electric. The engine only comes in either when you need acceleration or when you're on a highway, when you are having sustained high-speed cruising, or to use the engine as a dynamo to power up and charge up your battery. And finally, power mode is to utilize both drivetrains simultaneously, giving you a huge burst of power, 260 horsepower at one go. Now, interior upholstery is of very high standard. All touch point is of very, very high quality. Seats are beautifully appointed. And there you go. You have the family jewelry brooch on the side of the seat, just as Zeekr and Smart would have. Very nice touch. Now, can someone tell me how do you pronounce this? Is this Flim, or Flyme? Now, let's check out the rear, man. Now, that is not my sitting position. That is actually my shooting position. And wow, look at that. Legroom is amazing. There is zero issue with legroom whatsoever. And you have panoramic roof, and of course you get a cover for your panoramic roof. Very nice. Apologies for all the fingerprints. Aircon vents, I'm sure you have. Wow, there you go. You have a compartment in here. So all in all, it's a very nice place to be. The seating is very appropriate. Thigh support is there. The angle of recline is just perfect. Let's check out whether they have cup holder. Yeah, we have 2 small cup holders as well. Okay, very nice place, very comfortable. Oof. I can't complain at the back here, especially with the panoramic roof. At the back is a completely different car, and as such, even though it looks very familiar, take a ruler and you will realize that it is a very different car. All this are different. Every single panel is different from the Emas7 EV. Let's check out the boot. Wow, nice. You have a tonneau cover, all right? And you have a relatively deep set boot. Let's pull this up. Wow, you have a little bit more space underneath. But overall, that's a huge space, man. Huge luggage space. So yeah, Proton Emas7 PHEV. As you can see up there, starting, well, that's with rebate, 105,800, 119,800, and 125,800 for the Premium Plus with the sunroof. That is the one we are looking at here. And I want to bring your attention back to the front again. Absolutely gorgeous presentation. The car, finally, I have to say this. I have always had problem with the Emas7 in terms of its looks, because it looks like a AI prompt design vehicle. Finally, the PHEV has solved that problem. No longer does it look like an AI designed vehicle. Beautiful presentation, and I particularly like that little, you know, that little thing that they do with the bumper. This